up, everyone? Annyeonghaseyo to all my K-pop peeps out there. My name is Denise, and welcome back to another episode of my podcast called The K-Pop Talk, where every week I give you the latest and greatest in news and reviews in Korean popular music. So sit back and relax. We're going to have a very fun episode. Oh yeah, and please don't forget to click, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to my K-pop channel. And if you would love to support, there is a link in the description box. So sit back and relax because K-pop news is coming up right now. Welcome back to that K-pop talk. It is time for K-pop news. And let's get started because we have a lot to talk about. Okay, so last week, right after, well, actually on the tail end of BTS's Festa, Bruno Mars had his concert. He had a 2-day concert in Seoul, South Korea. But the second day of that concert is what everyone was talking about. It was star-studded. I'm not talking one or two celebrities. I am talking over 50 celebrities in all the genres of celebrityism, as I call it, in South Korea. So, what was everybody talking about? They were saying there was some favoritism going on because the promoter supposedly had given these K-pop idols and some of the celebrities favoritism on giving them free tickets to go to the concert. My viewpoint on that is, if they were giving free tickets, so what? I mean, celebrities here in America get them all the time. They get free, promotional tickets to go somewhere. I don't see anything wrong with it, actually. Is it fair to the people who probably would have and could have paid for those seats? Maybe so, but this is the world that we live in. This is reality. And whoever found out that they were giving tickets, they just so happened to have found out, but it happens all the time. And who are we to police it? It's going to happen. This isn't the first time it happened. Probably won't be the last time it happened to you guys. So I'm just being a realist out there because, again, my daughter's in the industry, so I know how this stuff goes. You guys just enjoy the fact that you had 50 celebrities in your presence if you guys were there. And you had a star-studded show. Let's always look at the positivity. But in the future, if you can get your hands on those tickets, just be aware, those tickets those celebrities had, believe me, they were some pricey tickets. So if I were you, I would just be happy that they were in your presence and then you got to see all those stars at one time. Okay? All right, let's move on from that. But Bruno Mars, from what I heard, he kicked butt, he took names, he even spoke in Korean. I mean, he was doing his thing. And the clips that I saw, he did a phenomenal job. So congratulations to you, Bruno Mars. You sold out both nights, and I am so happy that you were able to perform for everyone. Okay, moving on. The big headlining news besides the Bruno Mars is the Jonas Brothers collabing with TXT. I would have never, ever seen that collab coming. I was shook to my core when I saw that first teaser when, I don't know if you guys saw it. When you guys go on my Instagram, you'll see the promotions that they've had so far. But anyways, so the first time, I think it was like 2 days ago, I saw this like little skit of, I think it was one of the Jonas Brothers. He was cutting through TXT, and then they started talking about, hey, what are you doing? And they act like they were going to fight TXT, but then Nick Jonas defected from his Jonas Brothers and went to their side and talking about, what brother you talking about? I'm with them. And that's how it started. And then fast forward, there was another video that shot with them being in the, it looks like it was like a mock studio or studio. And it had the oldest Jonas brother listening to the music. TXT was sitting in the back with the rest of the Jonas Brothers, and they were listening to the song. And the name of the song is called Do It Like That. And from the snippet that I heard, I really do like that song. It was a collab that I didn't think would mesh well. Just hearing the names, Jonas Brothers, TXT. But when you hear the song, you're going to be like, okay, it makes sense. So congratulations on Do It Like That. Now, here's the info on it. It won't be released until July 7th, okay? Actually, it's July 7th in Korea at, let me get the timing straight, 1 p.m. Korea Standard Time. I'm in Los Angeles. So that means it's going to be 9 p.m. on July 6th because we're 14 hours behind South Korea. So 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on July 6th, 1 p.m. Korea Standard Time on July 7th. That will be the debut of the song Do It Like That. Okay, so be on the lookout for that one. All right, moving on from that. Congratulations to 17 member Vernon. He has become the first official global ambassador to fashion house designer Kenzo. Congratulations. I'm clapping. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Kenzo because I've heard of Kenzo in the past few years, but I know more of the other fashion house designers, the labels, but I'm not really familiar with Kenzo. So I did some research. I'm a big researcher, you guys. So Kenzo is named after Kenzo Takada, who is a Japanese fashion designer, and he established Kenzo in 1970, which is a year before I was born. Wow. Okay, so he established a fashion house in 1970. It is a fusion of European and Asian, and I'm going somewhere with that. It's a fusion of European and Asian, and now it operates under the umbrella of LVMH. As we know, that is Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Hennessy. Now, what is the significance of Vernon being the first ambassador to Kenzo? Well, it makes sense because I don't know if you guys knew. Now, you Carrots, which are fandoms of 17, the Carrots already know this. I already know the Carrots know. But I think it's a good collab between Vernon and Kenzo because Vernon is of mixed race. His mother is American, his dad is South Korean, but more importantly, his mother is of French ancestry. So because Kenzo is European and, Asian fusion, guess what Kenzo has in Vernon? He is half European through, the French ancestry, and he's Asian through the Korean ancestry. So it's a perfect blend, and he, to me, would make a perfect global ambassador because he embodies, Kenzo. So congratulations again to 17's Vernon. I know you are so happy and elated to be a part of the Kenzo fashion house designer family. Okay, moving on. This I did not see coming. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see this one coming. PH1 Harmony, right? I think it was 2 podcasts ago I debuted a song from them. Not debut, but I talked about a song in my music video releases that I really liked from PH1 Harmony. I think it was Jump. But PH1 Harmony signed with Global Mega Agency, CAA, which is Creative Artist Agency. Now I'm going to tell you why I did not see this one coming. So again, I live in Los Angeles, entertainment, right? CAA always bounces back and forth between the number 1 and number 2 agency with WME, which is William Morris Endeavor, right? And they are a global juggernaut here in LA and basically the world, but especially here in LA, right? So to have PH1 Harmony, who is mostly more well known in South Korea, to get signed with the global juggernaut as in CAA, who is more well known here in America, that like I said, I didn't see it coming, but I'm happy for them. Now, the reason why they said they signed with CAA is because they wanted more international exposure. They also said they wanted to expand and have more opportunistic endeavors that can come their way because of them signing with CAA. Here are my thoughts on this. Now, I know that CAA can give people that global reach because they are global, right? But I don't know if PH1 is ready for that global reach through CAA. Normally, CAA, they would take on people who are already at that global exposure or who are already at the top of their game in any particular field, and those are the ones that they sign. If you go to CAA's roster, you will see they have mostly 90% of them are all A-listers, maybe little A- listers as I call it, but they have the world's best of the best of the best. And I'm not saying PH1 Harmony is not the best of the best of the best, but I think the reach is more of a specific niche right now because they're not globally known. Most of the K-pop groups that I know that are globally known, they didn't need to sign with CAA. They're still with their Asian management companies. So I don't know if that would just automatically put them on a global stage just because they're signing with CAA. There have been people who are actors that signed with CAA and never became A-listers, you know, and that's a known fact. Just because you sign with CAA does not make you a global sensation, and nor will it make you a global sensation because you sign. It still takes a little bit of engineering and marketing and promotion and talent to get you to that global sensation. Like I said, you don't have to be signed with CAA to become that because, I mean, BTS is a prime example. 17 is a prime example. aespa, Ivy, I mean, Blackpink. I just named, what, 4 or 5 right there? So good luck, PH1 Harmony. I'm wishing you the best. I do love CAA though, because, you know, I'm in LA and I'm biased towards my agencies. But just keep in mind, you know, it's you that can become a global sensation because of your hard work. No matter who you sign with, you're going to be sensational. I do love your latest single that you have out though. I will tell you that, so keep it up. And speaking of PH1 Harmony, they have released, well, they're on tour now. They just got back from New York, doing a little stint here in North America, New York, Nashville, and DC. So they were here. Now they're getting ready to go to Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Latin America, and Canada. They will start Latin America, Canada in July. So they are on a, you know, global, you know, tour schedule right now to try to hit all the areas of the world, literally, to bring their brand to everyone so they, you know, so we know who they are. But like I said, PH1 Harmony, congratulations on signing with CAA. I hope you do well, and I hope you do become the global sensation that you want to, because like I said, I'm all about positivity over here at that K-Pop Talk. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Jennie being on The Weeknd's new single, along with Lily Rose Depp. And I know you guys probably already have your feelings already on this one. I am talking about the new single called One of the Girls, which is the OST from the Idol TV series soundtrack, okay? Now, Jennie does not really have a lot of parts in this song. I think she comes in only twice during the whole song, and her part is maybe 3 or 4 bars, right? 3 or 4 lines, sorry. And she says the same thing over again on her part. But let me tell you, baby, the rest of the song is pretty spicy. And I mean spicy in a sex way, right? Y'all, I haven't heard rappers rap like this. And you remember the song between Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, WAP, W-A-P? It is more spicier than that song, y'all. When I mean to tell you it's very explicit, this song needs to be rated NC-17. Better yet, R. Better yet, NC-7. Did I say NC-17? Yeah, my daughter said I already said it. It probably be rated X. Out of the XXX is probably rated X. Seriously. Parents, don't let your kids listen to the song. Like that one guy said, hide your kids, hide your babies, hide anybody under 18. Heck, really hide anybody under 25. Because this song is raunchy. Raunchy of the raunchies of the raunch. It really is. I was sort of surprised on the words. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not even going to say what the words are. But what I will do for you who are old enough and grown enough to listen to it, okay? Ask your mama. I'm going to put the link in my description box so y'all can listen to it once my YouTube has posted. Now, you guys know, or for those of you who don't know, I normally post a YouTube version of my podcast, normally about 2 to 3 days after I do, well, actually 1 to 2 days after I do my audio posting. So be on the lookout for that, but I will post it. Now, here are my thoughts on this. Jennie has the purest, notice I say purest, the most innocent part of the song. She was very careful not to do any of the explicit parts like what Lily Rose Depp did. Now, this song really does embody the Idol, the series itself. So when you hear it, you really think, well, yeah, this is what the series is about. Very toxic relationship, very, into the sex and very explicit, right? And also how should I put it? Has a little bit of S&M in it, little bondage stuff going on in it. Just forewarning, this song does have those explicit words and insinuations in it. So when you guys listen to it, I'm just forewarning you, all that is in there and then some, okay? But the beat and the music sounds nice. And let me tell y'all, when I hear Jennie from Blackpink, baby girl can sing. I love her. I love Jennie's voice. I love her presence. I love her ambiance because she keeps it classy, okay? Jennie keeps it classy. But my daughter did bring up a point. She put herself on this track, whether or not she's saying those explicit words. Now she is part of this explicit song. So how do you guys feel about this? I want to know your opinion. Does it say anything about Jennie? Should her management told them no, she's not doing this song because of what it represents? Do you think her management knew that these explicit words were going to be on this song from the other two people, which is Abel, The Weeknd, or Lily Rose Depp? How do you guys feel about that? I am at loss for words personally. I don't know if Jennie knew that these other lyrics is going to be there. I wasn't there in the room with her management. I don't know. But I am glad that she did not say anything explicit. I am glad of that. And I am glad that she did not come across that way in the series. So, that first dance routine in the first episode, yeah, she was doing just a little spicy right there. But, she was playing a role, you guys. So let me know your thoughts. My Gmail is thatkpoptalk@gmail.com. Or you can leave a comment either on my audio podcast or you can leave a comment on my YouTube when it comes out, because I would love to know your thoughts. What do you guys think of her involvement in this whole Idol situation? And do you think it's going to damage her career? Do you think it's going to help her career? Or do you think it's not going to have any bearing because she was playing a role and she was singing this song as part of her doing her due diligence in playing the role for the Idol? Okay. Moving on from that, you guys. Okay, so I want to say a huge congratulations for these milestones for these two groups. XG, now y'all know I love me some XG. They got 10 million for their performance video of Shooting Star. So congratulations on YouTube. So congratulations XG, that's the female group. And then TNX got 10 million for Kicking for Now. Let me tell y'all about TNX. I showcased them about 2 podcasts ago, and I was so upset because when they debuted Kick It For Now on that day, I think they had like 640 something thousand views. And when I came onto the podcast, I was like, you guys, they have to get more views than this. They're so talented. It took me back to old school, boy bands. They were so cute. They're so handsome. And to see them 2 weeks later get 10 million views. I am so happy for them. TNX is not a old group. They're fairly new. And I am so happy for them. So congratulations, TNX, for your 10 million views. Kick It For Now, as you guys know, Shooting Star, the performance video, and Kick It For Now will be in my YouTube once it posts. Because you guys know, whenever I talk something about a music video, I always put the link in my YouTube version of this podcast. Okay, I need to announce a comeback, and I've been waiting on this comeback for a minute. I am talking about Itzy. Yes, y'all. They are coming back. July 15th is the date. Save it in your calendars. Kill My Doubt is the name of the album. You know, I crack up on some of these album titles. Kill My Doubt. That is very unique. Okay, not only are they coming back with a new album, they are also coming back with a tour. Yes, so they're going to start their world tour, but as far as the US dates go, y'all, excuse me, I need to get some water because I am parched in the mouth and I am tripping over my words. So hold on. That was good, you guys. Okay, I'm back. All right, so again, they're going for their world tour. And of course, they're going to start off in Seoul, or Seoul is one of the dates, because you know you got to either start at home or you're going to end at home, okay? Now, when they get to the North American part of the tour, the North American leg, they will be stopping at Los Angeles, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, and New York, with more dates to be added. So I am looking forward to Itzy because it's been a while. It's been a long time. So I'm so happy they're coming back. I was looking for you, Itzy, so glad you're coming back. Okay, and I'm about to talk about my girls' new jeans. Y'all know I love me some new jeans. I love those girls. Ever since they debuted last year, they've been kicking butt, taking names. They've been setting records. They've been having endorsement deals left and right, right and left. Anywhere from McDonald's to Levi's to, oh my, they're ambassadors for Soul. You know, they're all over the place now. They finally got their light sticks. You know, they announced their light sticks. They announced their fandom names, which are bunnies. They have a little mini reality show like all the K-pop artists do now. And now they did their collab with Coca-Cola. They took it to another level because Coca-Cola, they did a video, as you guys know, I posted it. It's called Zero. Got millions of views. Coca-Cola, dun, 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 dun. What is it? See you look and catch it. I love that song, you guys. But anyways, they did a remix with this rapper called JID. Love it. And guess what, you guys? They're coming back too. Yes, they are. They're coming back, you guys. The name of their album is called Get Up. They will release said album on, let me look, July 21st. Now, let me tell you the details of their comeback, okay? So, I'm going somewhere with this, you guys. Stick with me. My daughter, she loves Powerpuff Girls. When she was growing up, she loved the Powerpuff Girls, okay? So she's going to be happy when I tell you guys about this, because remember, she's my producer, so she's listening right now as I'm talking. And she doesn't know what I'm getting ready to say. So the girls will have 6 tracks, 6 tracks on this album. I'm talking about New Jeans. So the 6 tracks are New Jeans, which is the first track, Super Shy, ETA, Cool With You, Get Up, and ASAP, which is ASAP. Those are the 6 tracks. Now, they are going to collab with the Powerpuff Girls. My daughter's looking like, what? Yes, they are collabing with the Powerpuff Girls to celebrate Powerpuff Girls' 25th anniversary. So, what they're going to do is they have the song New Jeans. Remember I said one of their songs is called New Jeans? With that video, they will collaborate with the Powerpuff Girls to create a special collaboration of that music video with the Powerpuff Girls for the 25th anniversary. So be looking out for New Jeans, the music video, because that one's going to be a special collab with the Powerpuff Girls. Now, every one of the 6 tracks on this album will have a music video to it. As a matter of fact, Super Shy, ETA, and Cool With You are going to be the 3 title tracks on the album. Now, I was like, well, does that mean that the 3 title tracks are going to be released at one time? No, it doesn't. Because there are 2 pre-release tracks that will be out on July 7th. And those 2 pre-release tracks will be the one I was telling you about that's collabing with Powerpuff Girls, New Jeans, and also Super Shy. Those 2 will be out on July 7th for the pre-release tracks. So you guys get your stuff ready. Be ready to order their album when it goes on sale, because I'm telling you, this is going to be something that has been much anticipated by the bunnies, which are the fandom, and by everyone who's looking for their comeback album and some of their comeback songs. So I am so happy. Congratulations, New Jeans. I look forward to all of your music that you have coming out. Don't go anywhere, because BTS news is coming up next. My Bangtan boys, very important. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to that K-pop talk, and it's time for BTS news. Okay, you guys, this is very important. Okay, very important message that I'm getting ready to give. And I don't know how I'm going to talk about this, but I'm just going to come out and say it. Y'all, we have got to be careful on what we believe in the news. We do. We have to be careful on what we believe in the news, because everything that people put out is not real. And we have to figure out who the source is, the original source, and say, okay, is that source credible or not credible? I'm going somewhere with this as well. I am talking about today, before I filmed this, I got a little message that said it was on All K-Pop and someplace called the Economic Times. And I just started researching those other media outlets that I didn't even know the name of, that said that BTS was all going to enlist by the end of the year. And that Big Hit said that, right? So then I was like, well, let me go to Weverse, because, you know, I got Weverse, and Big Hit or Hybe, when they release something, it is always announced on there to Army first. It is. And didn't see anything. I'm scrolling back 3 or 4 months. I'm like, did I miss something? Didn't see anything. I'm researching, where did Big Hit say that? Didn't see anything. And then I saw, when I went to All K-Pop and I scrolled down, I saw where there was a screenshot of Big Hit news info. And it was there. But that's not Big Hit. That's Big Hit news info. That's not Big Hit. And when they were talking, they weren't specific enough as to say what is going on. They were vaguely referencing them going in, and they went back to some stuff that it was announced last year sometime or year before, that Jungkook was going to come out with the album in the first half of the year, along with, you know, BTS Festa and some other things. And I'm thinking to myself, this doesn't sound like updated news to me. So I looked at the top of All K-Pops, and there's a link to none other than Sports Chosun. Now, if y'all watch me, you guys know I mentioned Sports Chosun when the whole thing about Jungkook, JK, having his album released on July 14th. And I was sort of, you know, suspicious about that, because I said the only thing that we have to go off of are the facts. And the facts are, they said in the shareholders meeting, third quarter V, fourth quarter Jungkook. And when all this came out about Jungkook, all Big Hit said was, we still have yet to confirm a release date. So why are we believing Sports Chosun again? Why is a credible outlet like All K-Pop believing Sports Chosun? So I did some investigation on Sports Chosun. It is a media outlet in South Korea. That part is true. But what I'm questioning is the validity of them getting things accurate. I do know that, what is the name? Korea Bizwire said that they were not really reliable. As a matter of fact, they said they were a distrusted, quote, distrusted news source in South Korea. That's what Korea Bizwire said, that they were a distrusted news source in South Korea, with only 18 point something % of their survey said they even trusted Sports Chosun. Now I'm gonna tell you this, like I said about the Jungkook thing. If Sports Chosun is right, then guess what? Then their whole news media outlet is gonna blow up big time, because they're getting the juice, the dirt. They're getting all this media, news before anybody else. That means they got some good journalists on their staff, like good journalists. If they can come out with stuff before Big Hit does, if they can come out with stuff before the major news outlets do, like Korea Herald and Korea Times and Yahoo and all these other places. But if they get it wrong, why are we still listening to them? Hey, they said Jungkook's album was coming out July 14th. And let's discuss that, shall we? Whenever a K-pop artist comes out with their promotion schedule, it's normally a month ahead of time. Right now, as I am filming this, today is June 23rd, right? Okay, so what I did was I went back, for example, on Jimin's schedule. He announced it right around February 22nd. His first, I think his first promotion thing that was on his promotion schedule was February 23rd and 24th. He ended up having his album come out on March 23rd or 24th. I forgot what day. But his album didn't come out to March. His music video didn't come out to March 17th. That was a whole, 3 weeks after he first announced that his album was coming? And here we are, June 23rd, at the time I'm taping this. You have less than 3 weeks, or right around 3 weeks, before July 14th. It doesn't sound like that album is coming by July 14th, you guys. And if he is going to drop a solo album, wouldn't he have done some promotion prior to this? But we all know JK is going to do him, right? So it could be a slight chance that he may not do any promotion. He may not talk about it. He could just drop it on July 14th. Again, if he does that, Sports Chosun, you the person, you the man, you the media outlet, your stuff gonna blow up, because your journalists are the bomb, and everybody gonna come to you for information because they know you're gonna get it before it hits. But if you're wrong, it's not gonna look good, because this is gonna be one of those things that Army is gonna be very upset over. See, the Army is like the Beehive. They're like the Navy. They're like all these other fandoms. And when you mess with the fandom's heart like that, they're not going to be happy. They're just not happy. They don't get why people do the things they do. You can't play with people's hearts like that. Don't play with our emotions, man. Don't play with our emotions. So I pray that you are right, Sports Chosun, because now this is the second time I have seen your name attached to BTS saying something's going to happen. So I'm going to be looking for 2 things, actually 3 things from you. I'm going to be looking for that July 14th album to drop from Jungkook. or a single or something to drop from him, because that's what you said. And I'm also going to be looking for all the members of BTS to be enlisted by the end of the year. Speaking of BTS as a whole, let's say, for instance, Sports Chosun is right, and they all enlist by the end of the year. Then there will be a 6-month gap between the last person enlisting and Jin coming out in June of 2024. Then there'll be another 4 to 5 month gap before J-Hope comes out in June of October 2024. So Jin, June 2024, and then J-Hope, October 2024. If we go by what Sports Chosun is saying, then that means the last person will come back to us by June of 2025. The last person will have, been released from the military, and BTS will be 7 again after June 2025. So we will see. But again, this is what Sports Chosun has said, and that's what we're going off of. So we will see. Now, speaking of RM, because you guys know in this segment I go over what each member is doing. RM, he's on my military watch because I think he's going to be one of the first ones to go in or go next. He's been mentioning it, and I appreciate RM. I really do, because like I said, he memorized English as a way to communicate more with his fans, and he appreciated us. He said at the festa, us learning Korean. I'm one of those people learning Korean, Nene Masio, which I just say, yes, that's right. And not only that, RM has also taught me to be global in appreciation of other people's cultures and languages. I want to be a polyglot personally. I want to learn, I do know a little bit of French. I do know a little bit of Spanish. I do know a little bit of Korean. And I do want to learn Japanese and, of course, English. So those are the 5 languages. And a polyglot is someone who can speak 5 languages. But knowing that BTS has traveled around the world and they do know how to say 1 or 2 sentences in that particular language of the country that they're going to, that inspired me to start learning more about other languages and other cultures. And I too want to start traveling. So thank you. I'm sending this out there. Thank you to BTS and RM for instilling in some of us armies the want and need to travel and learn other cultures and languages. So I just want to put that out there. And Jungkook is, that later on that night he did the fireworks. So his voice is in the fireworks. Okay, speaking of Jungkook though, he did set a record. Another milestone, another record. The BTS Bangtan boys, they be doing it all the time. Okay, so they set a record. Well, actually 2 I want to talk about. They went number 1 with Take 2 on the global charts. Now, they have been number 1 every single year. That's crazy. That's crazy. They have been charting every single year for the past, 7 years? That is just amazing. Amazing. 7 number 1s, 7 years in a row, at least 1 number 1. And they did it again this year with Take 2. And what's so amazing about it is no promotion, because they did it, doing Festa. No music video, because they released the clip of the live video after the song released. They didn't even release that live clip of them singing before the song was released or even during it. They did it after. You guys may hear a helicopter. So if you hear a helicopter, that's what it is. I'm going to keep talking. Okay. And another thing too about Jungkook, he went to 1.2 billion streams off of 4 songs, the only Korean K-pop male artist to do so. So congratulations, Jungkook. You did a fabulous job with those 4 songs. And when your album does come out, I'm pretty sure that number is going to increase. Okay, so let's talk about V. Now we know V released his Le Jazz de V last week during the BTS Festa with Mina Seo. And this week he released some pictures, some behind the scene pictures, some behind the scene videos, and also some black and white pictures of him and Mina. So they were very, very cute. So that's what's been going on with V. And also, he also attended Bruno Mars concert. It was him and RM. Those are the two members from BTS that attended Bruno Mars concert. So that's what he's been up to. He's still a blonde, by the way. As you guys know, that that Le Jazz de V was pre-recorded before he became a blonde. So don't think he went back to brunette. No. He's still blonde. Okay. Oh, and did you guys hear about, I was watching Dispatch, and I guess someone had to talk about this. So there were so many fans when Jungkook was coming back to Seoul, when he was at the airport trying to get in his car, that one of the fans almost slipped, and Jungkook, made everybody move so that person can get up. And I thought that was so sweet of him to watch out for that person who almost fell. So, Jungkook is a sweetheart. He really is. He be on that Weverse though. He be on that Weverse. Okay, let's talk about Jimin now. Okay, this is one of those things I was telling you about. You can't believe everything you hear. Okay, so we know that on his Instagram there was a picture, an invitation to the Dior show, right? Well, the Dior show was June 23rd. It is now June 24th overseas, right? I don't think he was there. I think he got invited, but I don't think he was there. And this is the reason why I don't think he was there. I don't think he was there because my segues into Suga. Suga did his last international tour date, and now he's back in Seoul to do his last show in Seoul on June 24th and 25th, right? Everyone wants to see him collab with Jimin to do Tony Montana. If they do that, I'm gonna fall out. Like, I'm just gonna go, on purpose, because that is the collab I've been waiting to see. And I remember when, was it the last Time to Drink with Sugar episode when he was talking to Jen and J-Hope about him wanting to do Tony Montana? Was it that? Or was it the one that he actually interviewed Jimin? I can't remember which one that he did Tony Montana. You guys remember, right? I know Army remembers when he said that he really wanted Jimin to do Tony Montana. And then Jimin got up and walked away. I forgot. It may not even been during Time to Drink with Sugar, but I remember that he was talking to Jimin about that he wanted him to do Tony Montana. Okay, so anyways, I think that's really going to happen. And so a lot of the fans were saying that Jimin never left. He's still in Seoul. And another thing too, you guys, think about this. Like I said, RM is on military watch. He's getting ready to go. We all know this. He's going to be the next person to go. And then after that, I really think it's going to be Jimin. But anyways, I really feel that now Suga is back in Seoul and RM may be leaving pretty soon, that they're trying to spend time together. Now, this is my opinion. I'm not like Sports Chosun. This is my opinion, y'all. I think that they are at least spending a couple days together, a couple hours together, because all five of them know that after this show, they will start trickling into the military timeline. I don't know, but they will start trickling in. Their leader is going to be next to go in. So yes, they will want to spend time with their leader. I do know that if Jimin was at the Dior show, we would have seen him on the red carpet by now. We would have seen him on that Dior carpet. They wouldn't have held back on the pictures. They wouldn't have held back on the paparazzi, especially in France, as we know from the whole BTS V and Jennie fiasco of the pictures leaking or whatever, allegedly, that French photographers don't care. If they see you, they're going to take their picture, right? So I don't think he was there. I think Jimin is like, there are more important things, and that is being with my brother's BTS. That's my opinion. I think he is with Sugar because Sugar just got back to Seoul. Speaking of Sugar, he is the first male on the cover of Vogue Japan. So congratulations to Sugar. He set history as well. The first male person on the cover of Vogue. Now, this is what I like, right? I love authenticity and people that are real, not fake. Tell me why Vogue Japan said that Sugar was, quote, a person. No, actually, they said, this is the quote: Sugar is the voice of authenticity in a superficial world. That's deep. That's real deep. They said Sugar was the voice of authenticity in a superficial world. And you know, Sugar be talking about some things now. Sugar, you know, Sugar has gone through some things prior to him becoming a member of BTS. There were times when Sugar had to choose, is he going to spend money going to the studio, or is he going to spend his last money getting something to eat? And do you know Sugar went without eating to spend money on the studio because that's what he wanted to do. And I remember him telling, when he had TXT on there, and they said that, Sugar, you will always bring us food. Like, why would, you know, thank you for looking out for us, because they didn't have any money for food. But Sugar said he remembers what it was like not to have anything. That's an authentic person. You don't forget your roots. You don't forget where you came from. And when he made that video, Amagata, I think that's the name of it, Amagata, he was being real, real as real as real. When he was talking about what he was fighting within himself to overcome certain obstacles. My mouth is getting parched again, but I'm gonna keep going because we're almost near the end. So congratulations, Sugar, on that. And as we know, Jen and J-Hope, they're in the military doing their assistant, you know, drill training, assistant job duties, whatever you want to call that. That job title they both have. They're not in the same place, they're in different places, but they are assisting the drill sergeants. So congratulations to them. And that is about it, you guys. I do want to end with this. I want to say thank you to the armies who went to the festa, because they anticipated 300,000 people were going to be there. Actually, close to 500,000 people were there. And guess what? They cleaned up after the concert, after this whole thing was over with. They said they were astounded. There was no trash anywhere. But you know what? That's how we Army do. You know, we don't want to disappoint BTS. We want to make sure that we represent BTS in a positive light and in a good light. So thank you, you know, International Army, Netson Army, you know, everyone who was there and participated on behalf of our armies and cleaned up and made a, you know, made a good impression for everyone there in Seoul and with BTS. You know, thank you. And that is about it for, oh, and by the way, out of that close to 500,000, 120,000 were foreigners. So I just wanted to put that out there if you guys hadn't seen the number. So that is very, very impressive that amount of people was there, and the crowd was very controlled, and no trash, and, you know, no fights broke out. None of that stuff happened. And people were, you know, they were there, and everything was planned. It seemed like the army had everything planned out on what to do and what to bring, and it looked like everyone had a nice time. So, okay, you guys, that wraps up BTS news. Don't go anywhere, because our very last segment, K-Releases, is going over some music videos that have been released in the last week or two, and there are a lot of this time, and I definitely want to tell you about them. So don't go anywhere, because K-Releases, our very last segment, is coming up next. Welcome back to the very last segment of my podcast on that K-pop talk called K-Releases and K-Vibes. So K-Releases are the music videos that have been released within the last week or two. And this podcast, there are 12. There's actually so many music videos that have been released, but these 12, I had to let you know about because they're that good. Okay. So, and if you want to know all 12, and you can't remember them all after this podcast, I will have the links in my YouTube version once it drops, okay? So let's go with music video number 1. It's by a girl group called Lapillus. They're 6 girls. They debuted in June of last year, 2022. And the 6 girls are Shanti, Shank, Yu, Bessie, Suan, and Hyun, right? And this song is called Who's Next. It's under MLD Entertainment. This is a typical girl K-pop cadence song, right? And what I mean by that is starts off in the verse, high pitched verse, and then on the bridge part leading to the chorus, it'll have that little clapping sound, like the cymbal clapping sound, like it has a rise and then a drop. And then on the drop, it'll have repetition of words in the chorus. So it's the typical K-pop song. It's real cute, right? And it's worth a listen to. It's called Who's Next by Lapillus. Okay, the second music video I want to talk about is by a group called VAV. And this group has been around since 2015. November 2nd, 2015 to be exact. And the name of the music video is called Designer. These men are very handsome. They're handsome to look at, so it's a good video to look at anyways. And it has like a Latina tango type beat to it, right? And then it has like an EDM build on the bridge, and then when it drops, it goes back to that Latina tango type beat. I love this video. Like I said, these men, and I say men because they've been around since 2015, so they're not boys anymore. And you can look at them, they look like men, young men. They're very handsome. They got that swag. And I think that's what's so appealing in this video. And the name of the video, like I said, is called Designer. Okay. The next video is by Kang Daniel. Now, you guys know who Kang Daniel is. Like, you know, the boy is phenomenal in his music. What I will say about this video is it reminds me of Mad Max. It's called SOS. And when you watch the movie, and I say it looks like a movie, but it's a music video. It reminds you, like, if you haven't seen that movie Mad Max, watch it. Especially the one with I think Charlize Theron is in it, and it's the remake of Mad Max, or Mad Max 2 is real good. Anyways, little plug in there. Anyways, it reminds me of Mad Max until the very end, and then you realize he's in hell, right? He's trying to escape hell. So that's where the SOS is at. It's very captivating towards the end. You're like, oh shoot, he's in hell. Okay. The next one I want to talk about is NCT Dream. Yes, NCT Dream. These boys are like so cute, you know, like you just want to pinch their cheeks. NCT Dream has, you know, they're part of the NCT universe, as I call it. This song is called Broken Melodies. It reminds me of the like the genre of Best Friends Ever. Best Friends Ever. Best Friends Ever. Okay, da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay, that's what it reminds me of. And it's called Broken Melodies. So cute. The NCT Dream, you know, a little vibe to it. And it's like they're in high school. They're out in the football field. It's so cute, you guys. Again, the link will be in my YouTube version. Okay, now, number 5. And actually, you know what? It's actually 17 music videos. But hear me out. The reason why I say that is because Stray Kids, they put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. You heard me right. You put out 5 videos. Now, the first of the 5 we've already talked about in previous podcasts, S-Class, right? They came out, kicked butt, took names. Well, they're still kicking butt, taking names, because their latest video is Top Line. And you remember I said when I've watched their sampler film, that Top Line was the one that I liked the best, right? And I love Top Line. It's featuring Tiger JK, and I really wasn't familiar with him Well, now I am. So Tiger JK was considered the godfather of hip hop in South Korea. Like, he is the Snoop Dogg of South Korea. That's the best way I could put him. He's the Snoop Dogg of South Korea. And so to have him on their music video and in this track is to be commended. Like, congratulations, Stray Kids, because you got royalty in your video. Anyways, not only did they release Top Line, before that, 3 days before that, they released Get Lit, which I love that song as well. And then 4 days before that, they released F&F, and I love that song as well. And then before that, 3 days before that, they released DLC. Crazy about that song. And then before that, 2 weeks before that was S-Class. I'm saying it as to say all their songs are so good. That whole album is good. I remember I was talking to another friend of mine, which is Kpop Birthdays. If you guys go to my Instagram, I follow her. Kpop Birthdays. If you guys want to know about birthdays, follow her on Instagram. Trust me, she knows everybody's birthday. But anyways, we were going back and forth, and she was naming songs. I was like, well, I like that one too. And then she'll name another song. I'm like, well, I like that. I just like the whole album. Now, the only songs that they haven't put a music video to are Item, and yes, that's the name of a song. Item, Super Bowl, and I love that song. Y'all, Super Bowl, that's another song. Like, it is so good. They need to make a music video to that song. Okay, so Item, Super Bowl, Youthful, The Sound, and The Sound is the Korean version, by the way. And because, you know, they had another The Sound, I think, off their last album as well. And then Collision. So those are the songs that they have not made a music video to yet. But Stray Kids, if you can make one off Super Bowl, I greatly appreciate it. Okay, moving on to the next one, number 6, or the 6th artist. Because like I said, Stray Kids, I just named 4 right there that they just had music videos to, besides S-Class, which would have been number 5. Ateez. Now, y'all already know where I'm about to go with Ateez. Bouncy. Make it bouncy. Let me tell y'all something about this video. You want to know who the real star of that video is? I think my daughter know where I'm going to go with this one. The Bird. The Bird is the real star of that music video. Like, he is the one pulling the strings. That red bird is the one that is running things in that music video. But I love the music video. I love the music video, you guys. I love the bird. I really do. I love that bird. I love that scene part. But I love the whole thing. I love the choreography. I mean, everyone is doing a dance challenge to that song. Everyone. And I'm so happy for Ateez because they had their best-selling first week ever in the history of Ateez. They came in, I think, at number 1 and won the competitions in South Korea this week too. Like, they are having a phenomenal promotion with this album, with this song. So I really want to say congratulations to Ateez. And it's really called Bouncy, in parentheses, K Hot Chili Pepper. And I was thinking of the group Hot Chili Peppers. I was thinking of the American group. I was like, are they going to be on that song? But the reason why they put that in parentheses is because that actually is in their song. Like, the words K Hot Chili Pepper is actually in the song, in the verbiage. So congratulations, Ateez. I wish nothing but the best for you. I believe you're about to go on tour also. So best of everything on your tour. Kick butt and take names, because this is your time. This is Ateez's time. And let me tell you, they're having a good time with their time. Okay, moving on. Okay, you guys, I don't know how I slipped up on this. I don't know how I slipped on this. I think because it came out between takes that I forgot to talk about it. And I'm talking about BTS, Take 2, the live clip. I was so up in the festa, and I was so enthralled with Jimin's live clip and BTS's, not BTS, MV's live clip, that I forgot to talk about Take 2, because they had, by the time I filmed that week, they had already gone to #1 on the global chart. So I'm just like, okay, I don't know why I thought they had already talked about it, but I didn't. So I'm going to talk about it now. BTS, they released Take Two, the live clip, right? And not only did they release that, they released the individual point of views. You know how they do like one person and they focus on that one person while they're filming live. So that's also released. I'm not going to release all 7 point of views. I'm just going to release the overall group live clips so you guys can have that. Next is EXO. You know, EXO had their comeback, right? And speaking of EXO, the name of their song is called Let Me In. I wish Kai was here to help them do their promotion. As we know, Kai went into the military. And just to give you guys an update, didn't mention this in K-pop news, but I'm mentioning it now. They have resolved their issue with SM Entertainment. There you go. They came out and they didn't even make a big deal of it. It's like a little statement came out on all K-pop that said SM wanted to announce that everything's been resolved. So I hope that's true, that everything has been resolved. Because you remember I said they just need to work it out. So I am glad that's true. I'm glad that they worked it out and EXO will remain under SM as a whole group. So congratulations that you guys worked it out. And Let Me In is part of their comeback, and you can stream it now. And again, it'll be in my link. The next group is a group called DBK, and their name of their song is called I Need Love. They're so cute, you guys. Oh my God, they're so cute. You're going to be hearing a lot more from DBK in the near future. So I just want to let you know they did release their song, I Need Love. Another excuse me, my voice. Another young group is called Lune 8. Lun and the number 8. So like 8 turn. You know how 8 turn has the number 8 and then turn. This is Lune 8. The name of the song is called Wild Heart. It is doing very well, by the way. It has millions of views already. It sort of reminded me of, I'm not going to lie, it sort of reminded me of Ateez's music video in a way, because it has that cowboy feel to it. And then all of a sudden, they're like, they go from like a rodeo type feel to a race car feel, right? So it does remind me sort of that, but nevertheless, the song is pretty good. It's called Wild Heart. Number 11, your boy Hoshi. He's so cute. Hoshi from 17, the best dancer. And I'm not saying he's the best dancer, but he is the leader of the dancers for 17. He has a song. It's called Stay. He's just so cute, you guys. I mean, whenever I see Hoshi, I just want to pinch his cheeks. He's just so cute. But he has a song. It's Stay, and it's out now. Number 12 is also from a group from NCT. His name is Taeyondo. We all know about Taeyondo. He already released one single a couple weeks ago, and now he has another single out called Gwando. So that is the last one. He's number 12. I'm so happy for him because his album is actually doing pretty well. I am so surprised. And I think Taeyondo is going to be here for KCON. I'm pretty sure he is. He's going to be here from KCON. So, and speaking of that, I will get into KCON next week, but I'm pretty sure it's either him or Taeyoung. I forgot. But one of them is going to be here for KCON. I hope it's him, though. Okay, so that wraps up our K releases. Now, I'm going to tell you who I've been really, really vibing out to this week. Ateez, Bouncy. It's like I have had them on repeat. On repeat. So, Ateez, Bouncy, Take Two. I've been listening to that song from BTS probably for about, since it came out, I'm still listening to it. And, I love that song. Sometimes it'll make me cry because I know what's getting ready to happen. But, that song reminds me that, they do think about Army and they do, realize what impact it's having on Army and for us not to give up to us, for us to keep it alive, you know, keep their spirit alive while they're in the military. So, because it takes two, Army and BTS. Okay, and so it is, like I said, Take Two. I love Ateez. And then I also, you know, Designer. I like that song. I like that song. So, oh, and Kang Daniel SOS. I have been listening to that one too, because the video is so compelling, but the words, I like Kang Daniel as well. So, and there's one song on here that I haven't put on here, but I have been listening to, and it's from BTS, of course, and that is My Time from BTS, but it's really Jungkook that's been singing it. I relate to the words of My Time because can I just have a moment of my time? Like, can I have time to myself? Sometimes I think the way the world is going right now, we don't take time out for ourselves and really, you know, just concentrate on us. You know, you need to concentrate on you. You need to take a moment for you, because if you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to be able to relate to other people? So that's why I've been listening to My Time lately. Sometimes I'll take one song from BTS and I'll just concentrate on that song because of the message. I like the message with My Time, you know. So that's what I've been listening to for my vibes. That's what I've been vibing out to. But Ateez, that's the #1 song. That and Take Two. Those are the top two songs I really been vibing of all my songs. That bouncy song, that's just a song right there. And Take Two, you know, that's a motivational song right there. So, well, you guys, that wraps up this week's podcast. I'm so happy that you were able to spend this time with me. I will see you guys next week. My birthday's on the 26th, so I'm about to go plan for that right now. Please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to my podcast channel. And if you want to help support, there's a link in the description box for that as well. My name is Denise. You guys already know what we do here. It's all about that K-pop talk, and I will see you next week. Bye.